The younger son, restless and yearning for independence, demanded his inheritance. Blinded by youthful arrogance, he saw his father's wealth as the key to forging his own path. He envisioned a life of excitement and pleasure, far removed from the constraints of his upbringing. With a heart full of naivety and a mind clouded by dreams of grandeur, he bid farewell to his family and ventured out into the world. His newfound wealth fueled a reckless pursuit of pleasure. He indulged in lavish parties and surrounded himself with fleeting companions. Days turned into nights as he squandered his fortune, oblivious to the emptiness that gnawed at his soul. The weight of his choices soon became apparent. His wealth dwindled, his so-called friends vanished, and he found himself utterly alone. Reduced to destitution, he was forced to take the most degrading job imaginable, tending to pigs. As he toiled in the mud, consumed by hunger and despair, the gravity of his situation sunk in. He had hit rock bottom, and there was nowhere left to turn. Memories of home, once distant whispers, now echoed loudly in his mind. He recalled the warmth of his family, the abundance of food at his father's table, and the kindness he had so readily taken for granted. Tormented by guilt and shame, he realized the true value of what he had thrown away. A glimmer of hope emerged from the depths of his despair. He remembered his father's unwavering love and realized that even he in his current state might be welcomed back. Fueled by this newfound hope, he resolved to return home and beg for forgiveness. With trembling hands and a heart filled with remorse, he set off on the long journey back to his father's house. Each step he took was a step closer to redemption. He clung to the hope that his father would show him mercy, even though he knew he deserved none. The closer he got to home, the more his anxiety grew. Would his father welcome him back with open arms or turn him away in disgust? As he approached his childhood home, a figure appeared in the distance. It was his father, his eyes filled with a mixture of joy and relief. Before the son could even utter a word of apology, his father rushed towards him, embracing him tightly. Tears of joy streamed down the old man's face as he welcomed his lost son back into his arms. Overwhelmed with emotion, the son stammered out a confession. "Father, I have sinned against heaven and against you. I am no longer worthy to be called your son." But his father, his love unwavering, cut him short. He ordered his servants to bring the finest robe, a ring, and sandals for his son's feet. He had already forgiven his son, his heart overflowing with compassion. He had never stopped hoping for his return, and now that he was home, there was nothing but celebration. The parable of the prodigal son is a timeless testament to the transformative power of forgiveness and the boundless nature of a parent's love. It reminds us that no matter how far we stray from our path, no matter how grave our mistakes, there is always a way back to redemption. The father's unwavering love for his son, even in the face of his transgressions, serves as a beacon of hope for all who have lost their way. This parable teaches us that true repentance paves the way for reconciliation and renewal. It highlights the importance of humility, forgiveness, and the unbreakable bond between a parent and child. It is a story that has resonated with people for centuries, offering solace, hope, and the promise of a second chance.